Welcome back, folks, for another live trade case study, this time on the Nasdaq. And I am stalking the Nasdaq for a long. Okay, the hourly is bullish, 4 hourly is bullish, and the overall daily is bullish. Okay, so I will scale in here, and I'll start with a 5 lot. You can see we've come into fair value gap. Okay, just watching the 1 minute. Ideally, I want to see we get a change in the state of delivery. So if we can get the 1 minute pop up above this level, then I can add some more to my long. Okay, if I jump over to the hourly, you can see that we've come down into a bullish fair value gap on the hourly time frame. Okay, overall, I do believe we are headed higher on the Nasdaq. And if I look at the dailies, I'm looking for a movement up into this volume imbalance. Not necessarily today, but that's where I want to be targeting. Okay, so we get a close above these up candles. That'll be a change in the state of delivery for me after coming into a key discount. Then I can add some more. For now, this will be resistance. So I'm going to go on mute and let this pan out. Okay, and you'll see me take action and set TP and all that good stuff. So for now, I'll just go on mute. If there's any more commentary that I need to add, I'll come off mute and mention anything that I need to say. Okay. All right, folks, I'm just booking some partials because we do have a new hour starting soon. So it's good to lock in some of those profits. Plus, we're above this swing high. Okay, so I was just waiting for that, and I've locked in a good portion of my position. And that's a wise thing to do prior to the start of any new hour. Okay, because that new hour may seek liquidity by way of attacking previous hourly low. Okay, so I've still got a few minutes before that new hour starts. And so if we can get back above here, then I can take off another small chunk and then let the rest on, just let the remainder on to the TP. Okay, so that's how I'm managing the trade. At least I've locked in something. And if I can lock in a bit more above here prior to the start of the next hour, then that'd be great. So going back on mute. Okay, folks, the new hour has opened and I've closed out the entire position at this swing high, taking more partials here. Reasonable trade because we don't know what the new hour might do. Okay, it could open higher and then start to retrace lower, especially given the type of candle that it is. If I show you the 4 hourly candle, it's quite a long wick. Okay, and there's a good chance that we may still come back down through there. Okay, if I show you, for example, previous times we've had long wicks like that, you can see, for example, here's a long wick, right? And the next candle comes down through there. And that is likely on this setup. So anyway, I'm happy with the progress of that trade, how that has panned out. Banked a good amount of profits from all the way down here, up to here, and above this swing high, right? So I captured the majority of the range of that swing. Okay, so if we entered somewhere around here, majority exit over around here, that's not too bad. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the entry. So you can see that I've taken entries on the smaller time frame, but essentially I'm watching the 1 hour, okay, as I mentioned. So we were down inside of this fair value gap, okay, and 4 hourly is bullish, as you can see on the left-hand side. This is a bullish chart, right? So we had nice fair value gap here. This coming to the order block, movement up, and any push down is really manipulation in my view. Right? Basically, look at the body candles there. It's respecting the order block, okay? So this is just manipulation, okay? Maybe coming back to rebalance. Right, and expecting high prices. We may get one more drop down there, I'm not sure, but that's why I've exited and I've captured the majority of that range, expecting that to be the manipulation. So that is the premise of the trade. And if you look at our 15-minute time frame, you can see that's a fairly big wick coming down into these fair value gaps. Okay, so I hope the video was useful. I will now talk with you in a future video.